Now, kind of tell me your thoughts and feelings this close to Election Day.
Good question. Um, as in all elections, you never know. You hope that the voters will continue to support you and how you've been doing your job. And if you get reelected, you feel like you've done a good job and you want to keep doing a good job.
And I mean, you've been on that kind of that note. You've been on the court since 2014. Is that correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What is it? What is it that you would still like to accomplish? What else is there that you'd like to accomplish?
Well, the main thing is the fact that, most people think that county commissioners only take care of the roads, but, we're responsible for overseeing the county budget. The budget is technically the judge's budget, the county judge's budget, but they always want, you have to have 4 votes to pass that budget. And so the judge has always in the past included the commissioners during all of the budget hearings. And so it's not so much that in county government that the commissioners court controls the budget. Our responsibility is to make sure that all the other elected officials have what they need in order to do their job. And so it's sort of a fine line that you have to do in trying to understand how much money we have coming in through the tax base and what we're able to accomplish with that. So, my goal is, personally, is always look at the budget from a standpoint of trying to be fiscally responsible and always make sure that we get the best bang for our buck in what we're doing. I believe that county government should operate as efficiently as possible, and you want to do those things that will help make it do that. And we're a service organization. Everybody that we come in contact with all of the different departments that we have, are all service the constituents of the county. And so we want to make sure that the county is spending the money wisely and that we're doing it on things that will make the county more efficient. And that's one of the things that I want to continue to do.
And is that your top priority? Do you see your top priority changing if you're reelected?
Not really. It's still going to be trying to, number one, make sure that we have good county roads that are maintained. We always want to make sure that we do that. And then, some of the things that I've been interested in over the years is, number one, is transportation. I serve on the I-27 Advisory Committee, have since its inception from the Senate bill several years ago. And so that's bringing interstate through Tom Green County. There's what they call a northern relief route that's in my precinct that's going to be primary part of that interstate. And so I felt that my responsibility to be involved in that. Always involved in water and helping our volunteer fire departments and making sure that they get some funding so that they can continue to protect the citizens of the county. And water's always a big issue. In the county, it's not like the city. The county has several different municipal water districts and freshwater districts, and so they have to look out for trying to get grant funding and different things for improvements that they need as they're going through. And so I've always had an interest in that too. And so it's really trying to do what I can to serve all of the citizens of Tom Green County. But my precinct, I have majority of my precinct are county voters, and so that's Grape Creek, Water Valley, Carlsbad, Buffalo Heights, those areas. And so I guess in a sense I feel like I'm a real county commissioner because most of the people I serve are out in the county.
Well, you mentioned several things. You mentioned transportation, you mentioned highways, you mentioned roads. What do you feel like is the biggest issue facing residents of Tom Green County? And, I mean, if you want to really magnify it down to your precinct.
Well, as development occurs, then people still want to be able to get into town. And so, of course, trying to maintain our county roads in top-notch shape. We're very fortunate in Tom Green County that the majority of our roads are paved, but that comes at a cost. And so there's a major cost associated with that and trying to keep them paved and the upkeep on those. And so, we have been fortunate enough the last few years that the judge has allowed some additional funding to go into the way that county roads work in Tom Green County is the $10 road and bridge fee, and then a portion of the tax from the sale of vehicles is what goes into a special fund called Road and Bridge. That ends up being around $3 million a year, and we have to divide that up between 4 precincts. We have 2 road crews. One road crew services precincts 1 and 3, another road crew precincts 2 and 4. So we have to split that money. So now basically we share about $1 million, $1.5 million. We have to do part of the salaries, we have to do equipment, as well as trying to pave. And so that funding is very limited. And so we have to rely on assistance from the general fund in order to make up that difference so we can keep that. And so we've been fortunate with the past 2 judges that we've had that they've seen that. And so they've granted additional funding out of the general fund to help keep those roads in good shape.
And I mean, a few minutes ago, you mentioned all the people that you represent. Great Creek, you named off a few towns. Do you feel like those residents are well represented in the court in Tom Green County by you in your precinct? Do you feel like their voices are heard?
Well, that's my job as a representative. It's not a party issue. It's a people issue. And, as a Christian, I feel like that, all people should be treated with respect and dignity, and regardless of who calls me, and they don't even have to be in my precinct. If they call in here and I can help them, I'm going to help them. And I feel like that over the years, people have realized my integrity as a commissioner, and have continued to reelect me, and I'm very proud of that, and I want to continue to do that, and I take my job very seriously, and I want to make sure that they are represented and that their voices are heard. So anytime someone comes and voices a concern to me, I check it out to the fullest extent. I find out exactly why something is the way it is when someone asks a question, and I don't always get to give them the answer they're looking for, but at least I can tell them kind of the backstory of why it is the way it is.
And on the subject of people with any election, you've got people that are unsure, they're undecided. What is your message to those people that are unsure, undecided on their vote?
Well, to me, it's always you look at the candidate, not the party. Look at the person's track record, look at their history, and how they've represented the people, what their past history, and how they have supported those things. And are they looking out for the best interest? Are they looking out for your best interest? And I feel like that I've always done that over the years, is that regardless of what the issue is that comes in, one of the things we deal with a lot of times is platting for new development. And so one of the things that I always want to look out for is that person that's going to be purchasing that property. Are they protected? I want to make sure that if they're buying that, they know what they're buying. They know, I always encourage them. I say, when you think about if you're going to develop a piece of property, if you want to subdivide it, come talk to me first. I can help you through that. I can make things go very smooth for you because I can tell you exactly what you need in each step and how to go through that. And so, from a standpoint of undecided, take a look at what that person has done, their knowledge base, and how they can get things done versus who the other candidate might be, and what their experience level and what their understanding of county government is.
Okay. And then one final question, Mr. Bacon. Is there anything that I didn't bring up, something that we didn't discuss, that you want to make sure gets out there for the voters?
Nope, I think we're good. Number one is to vote. Make sure you get out and vote, because your vote does count. We recently had a primary where an individual won by 1 vote, and so your vote does count. Your voice is heard, and that's the great thing about this country, is that every 4 years we go through the process of electing the county officials as well as our national and state officials, and it makes a difference.